Death on the high seas. Under cover of darkness, Israeli special forces descending upon the Mavi Marmara as it made its way through international waters, heading towards Gaza. But it was not meant to be, as the Israeli raid turned deadly, with soldiers opening fire with live ammunition on those aboard. Those injured received medical attention on board, but for others it was simply too late. These images show the chaos and confusion that ensued in those deadly minutes as the raid unfolded.
Mavi Marmara, you are approaching an area of hostilities.
Israeli forces had warned the cargo vessel not to proceed towards Gaza or at risk being intercepted. The military said its forces opened fire in self-defense and had been attacked once they boarded the ship to commandeer it away to Israel. But an Al Jazeera producer aboard the ship saw the activists raise a white flag and described those first few minutes.
The organizers on board the Mavi Marmara, after 2 people have been confirmed killed by the Israeli army, have now asked all the passengers to go inside. They've raised the white flag. This after Israeli commandos descended upon the ship in international water.
Contact with anyone on board has not been restored since those critical minutes when the raid began. Since then, Israel claims it was acting in self-defense. Israeli officials tried to paint those on board as terrorists and as al-Qaeda sympathizers not interested in humanitarian goodwill. Israel claimed weapons were found on board and that the attacks on its soldiers were premeditated.
The organizers are well known for their ties to global jihad, al-Qaeda and Hamas. They have a history of arms smuggling and deadly terror. On board the ship, we found weapons prepared in advance and used against our forces. The organizers' intent was violent, their method was violent, and the results were unfortunately violent.
But those statements go against preparations made by the flotilla's organizers and the images captured by international journalists who for weeks had monitored and inspected the crew and cargo on board before setting sail from European ports.
This is outrageous. We were in international waters. Somewhere along the line, the world has got to stop Israel. It's becoming a pit bull. We are in international waters. Israel has no right to attack a civilian ship in international waters.
In Gaza, condemnation was swift and severe from the deposed government, demanding the international community act and punishing the Israeli breach of international maritime law.
We call on the United Nations to withdraw from the quartet. The quartet is the one who took the decision to impose the siege on Gaza. The United Nations is responsible for the protection and safety of the Palestinian people.
No contact has been made with the detained members of the flotilla, which include international activists, prominent political leaders, and foreign journalists. Their exact whereabouts and fate are unknown, and Israel has not provided journalists with access to their version of events, raising fears that while Israel's raid may be over, anger could be just beginning inside Israel and around the world. Ayman, Moyheldin, Al Jazeera, West Jerusalem.